Hey, don't bother cooking dinner for me tonight.
Again? You're not coming home? But I asked you to tell me earlier if you knew you weren't coming home.
What do you want me to do about it? It's my job. I have to get it done.
Do you really have to work so late again? Why do you have to work so much overtime?
Seriously? Are you accusing me of lying? Why would I do that?
It's just that lately it seems like you've really been working overtime so much. Do you really have to do that so often? You didn't used to have to work overtime so often. It just makes me wonder. You remember that, don't you?
The company hasn't been performing too well lately. Everybody's desperate to keep us in business. I'm doing this for both of us. You have a job too. You should understand. Wouldn't you do the same if your company was in danger of failing? It's not like you can't relate at all.
I mean, I guess I understand a little bit. But I still wish you would come home.
Look, if you want to complain, try calling up my boss. It's not my fault I have to work so much overtime.
I don't mean to complain. I just miss you. You remember that our anniversary is next month, right? I just hope you can make it home that day. I was hoping we could go out to eat somewhere nice. Wouldn't you like that? You did say you would try to get home that day. Remember?
And so what if I did? I've got to do what I've got to do.
Well, I was thinking about making a reservation. Is that still okay with you? I got a little nervous when I was about to call the restaurant. I wasn't sure if you would even be able to make it.
Look, if I have to work that day, I have to work that day. I can't help what my schedule is. I can't be making excuses as to why I need to go home. Even if it is our wedding anniversary. What would everyone think if I just abandoned them when they really need me? I can't do that to all my coworkers. It just wouldn't be cool.
Oh, okay. I guess you can't leave everybody hanging like that. I understand.
Anyway, I'm going to be late today, so I won't need dinner. Can you leave the front door open for me? I forgot my keys.
Okay, will do. And I can leave a plate for you in the fridge, too. I was already planning on cooking dinner for the two of us, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it.
I'll just get something on my way home. Don't worry about it.
Okay, well, there will be some leftovers whenever you want them.
I'm not going to be home for dinner today, so you don't need to cook for me.
For real? This is 4 days in a row now. Are you okay? Try not to get too burned out. I'm a little worried about you.
What do you mean you're worried about me? I can handle it.
You've been getting home so late every day. And you leave so early in the morning, too. It's really not good for your health. Just try to take care of yourself, okay? We haven't seen each other at all lately. I wish we could spend some time together.
It is what it is. What do you want me to do? I have to work.
I know your job is very important to you. I get that. You've been eating out like every meal, though. It's not good for you, you know? Between all that junk food that you're eating and all the overtime that you're working, I'm just a little bit worried about your health. You need to take care of yourself.
I'm telling you, I can handle it. I'll be fine. You don't have to worry. Plus, all the food I'm eating out is better than anything you could cook anyway. It's really impressive what an awful cook you are. It's almost like you're doing it on purpose.
Why do you have to be so awful? You know I have a job too, right? It's not like I have all day to slave in the kitchen to make the most gourmet meal you've ever tasted. I still do the best I can with the time I have to make dinner for us every night. Isn't that good enough for you?
Yeah, sure you do. Whatever. I just had a great idea.
Oh yeah? What's this great idea of yours?
Why don't we just eat separately all the time now? Like I said, I can't stand your cooking anyway. That'll make things easier on you, too. Wouldn't you like that? You'll only have to cook for yourself. You won't have to worry about me anymore.
Are you serious? I know we're both working people, but do you really have to take it that far? Do you know how expensive it'll be if you decide you're going to eat out for every meal? Even with both of our salaries, I don't think we can really afford that.
It's not like it'll be that expensive.
But you're terrible with money. Don't you get it? It really will be a lot more expensive than you think. You got to believe me on this one. We can't afford for you to be eating out every meal every day. Eating out all the time is the #1 way people waste money, you know?
Well, maybe you could try making a little more money. If your salary wasn't so low, it wouldn't be a problem at all. Are you worried that you won't have enough money to feed yourself?
No, I'll be able to feed myself just fine. It's you that I'm worried about.
Look, I know how broke you really are. You can't fool me. I'm sure you can survive on canned pasta or whatever. Good luck with that. You don't have to eat out all the time like I do. I know you can't afford it the same way I can.
I really don't know why you're being so terrible. Where's all this coming from? You started in on me completely out of nowhere. Why are you doing this?
I don't care if you say I shouldn't be eating out all the time. You're not my mother. Like I said, you can just stay home and eat beefaroni every day or starve. What do I care?
I'm telling you, I'm going to be able to afford to feed myself just fine. I won't have to just live on kids' food. I wouldn't just want to eat instant junk like that anyway. It's not good for you. Whatever money you save eating cheap junk like that, you'll end up paying back when you need to go to the doctor afterwards. Well, best of luck to you not destroying your own body. I don't know how you're going to do it.
We'll just see how well you do feeding yourself without me chipping in.
You're not listening. I'm not going to be eating junk food all the time. I'll be fine. You're the one who needs to worry about your health. You're working way too long hours. And you eat out all the time. It's not good for you. Anyway, I really wish you'd listen to me. You need to take better care of yourself.
What are you going to do about it? How are you going to stop me from eating out every day? You can't control me. I'm a grown man and I'm going to do whatever I want.
Right, but what you want is incredibly stupid. Are you not listening to me? I had no idea you could be so immature. What is wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me at all. I just can't stand your cooking anymore. I know you think you're doing such a great job, but it's really inedible. I make plenty of money to eat whatever I want whenever I want. So you don't have to worry about me. And look at how much weight you've gained since we got married, too. Don't you think your cooking has something to do with that?
What are you talking about? I barely gained any weight at all. Like maybe a couple pounds. And I keep telling you, if you eat out all the time, you're going to destroy your health. You'll get incredibly fat incredibly fast.
No, I've always stayed then. It doesn't matter what I eat. I just have a naturally fast metabolism. I mean, I could even stand to gain a few pounds. I've always been so skinny.
But isn't your blood pressure kind of high? I remember you telling me that last time you had a checkup. Have you forgotten that? The doctor told you to be careful about your blood pressure.
You need to stay out of my business.
You're the one who told me all about it. Why are you mad at me? I'm just trying to remind you that you need to take better care of yourself. Don't you care about your own health at all?
It's none of your business. Just stay out of it. Like I said, I'm a grown man. I'll do whatever I want.
Well, I don't appreciate you trying to say that I don't make enough money either. We both have to work to get by. And we agree that we would split all our living expenses right down the middle. Remember? I've always paid my part, haven't I?
Yeah, you have. Do you think I would ever let you get away with not paying?
Well, I wish I could save more money than I do. I definitely could if you didn't insist on wasting money on living beyond our means all the time.
What's wrong with living the life that I want to live? What are we making all this money for? We should enjoy ourselves.
We're married. I thought we were in this together. What if I told you I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom someday? What would you do then? How would we get by? You'd never be able to afford it.
Well, I would never allow you to be a stay-at-home mom. You have to work.
Don't you want what's best for our future children? I think it would be much better if I could stay home with them at least for the first few years.
Oh my God, I can't stand talking to you about this. Can we just drop it? Listen, the point is I don't need you to cook for me for a while. Okay? Got it? So I'm not going to keep texting you every day to let you know that I won't be home for dinner. You should just expect me to not be there. I hope that works for you.
Fine. You do what you want. I can't stop you anyway. You can pay for your own dinners then, and I'll take care of myself. Just don't come crying to me when you go broke from eating out all the time. I'm not going to let you borrow any money from me. I'm telling you, this is going to be way more expensive than you're expecting.
Are you out of your mind? I'm going to be just fine. And how dare you say that to me? If I did need to borrow money from you, you should give it to me. You know I would do the same for you.
What? But I never would need to borrow money from you. I don't go around wasting my paycheck like you do. You know we're just barely getting by as is, right? What makes you think you can suddenly live this more extravagant life? There's absolutely no way I'm going to enable you like that. You won't be getting any money from me.
I've never understood why we're just barely getting by in the first place. We're both working, right? It should be easy. What are you doing wrong? I make plenty of money. It shouldn't even matter that your salary is so low.
I know you think you make plenty of money, but you really don't. Trust me, you're terrible with money. You need to wake up to reality.
What did you just say? Don't you dare insult me like that. You should consider yourself lucky that I pay for half of all our living expenses. How would you ever get by without me? How dare you go against your own husband like that? You better shut your mouth. If you say we're struggling to get by, I think you must be wasting some money somewhere behind my back. What are you up to?
I'm telling you, it's not me that's the problem here. Why can't you get this through your head? Why won't you believe me? Do you know how hard it is to save any money for us? Do you even care? You know I want kids someday, right? We need to be prepared for that expense now.
Why do you keep bringing kids up? Where is this coming from? Now is not the time. I don't even think I want kids anymore.
What? Since when?
Since always. I can't stand kids.
Why are you just telling me this now? I thought you knew I wanted kids. You should have told me this sooner. This is really important to me.
Well, I'm telling you now, aren't I? Why isn't that good enough for you? I don't like kids and I don't like animals either. I thought you knew. I just can't stand the thought of having to take care of something else. Seems like a big pain in the butt to me. If you want to have kids, you're going to have to find some other man. Because it's not going to be me.
What? You can't be serious. You're joking, right?
No, I'm not. Why would I joke about a thing like this? Can we be done here? I need to get back to work.
Hang on just a second. You can't just spring this on me and then run. We haven't finished discussing this yet. Where do you think you're going?
We can talk about it later. I gotta go right now.
You're going to make it tomorrow, right? I've been planning this for a long time now.
Tomorrow? Wait, what's going on tomorrow?
We're going out to eat to celebrate our anniversary. I made a reservation and everything. I know I told you about this.
Oh, yeah, I do seem to remember you saying something about that.
We barely see each other at all lately. That's why you can't even remember important events like this.
You really think our wedding anniversary is an important event? Don't make me laugh.
Of course it is! What are you talking about? I was still looking forward to having a nice meal with you. It would be such a great opportunity for us to reminisce about all the years we've been married. And I think it's important for us to think about the future of our marriage, too. We really need to spend a little more time together.
Oh my god, that sounds so painful. I don't want any part of it. Why do women like stuff like that?
Look, we've both been so busy lately. You could at least make a little bit of time tomorrow. Let's spend a little time together, okay?
Well, yeah, I guess I could.
Okay, great. I made a reservation at the new French place downtown. It's supposed to be really good. There was a review in the paper.
Oh, yeah? And you made a reservation for us there, huh? I thought you were trying to tell me you were just barely getting by. How can we afford such an expensive restaurant?
It's a special occasion. I'm not the one who wastes money on eating out all the time. I should have known you would ruin this whole dinner. Why do you have to be this way?
I am who I am. What did you think was going to happen? You've been giving me such a hard time about eating out all the time. Did you really think I wouldn't say anything? You're such a hypocrite.
No, I'm not. Like I said, it's a special occasion. I was just trying to do something nice for us. I thought you would enjoy it too. I never meant to say that we can never afford to eat out.
Oh, really? Well, isn't that nice? I'm so glad we can eat out at a fancy restaurant when it suits you, but not me. I hope you have something nice to wear. You know they expect a certain class of customer there. Try not to embarrass me, all right?
Why are you treating me like this? I know how to dress myself.
Doesn't really matter what a slob like you wears anyway, though. There's nothing to be done. It's like lipstick on a pig. But you should still try to do something, okay?
I really don't understand why you have to be so awful to me.
What are you talking about? I'm only being honest.
I already have my whole outfit picked out and everything. You're going to be shocked when you see how good I look. Just you wait.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Okay, so tomorrow the reservation's at 7. You'll be there, right? Try not to be late, okay? I'm really looking forward to this. I'll text you the address right after this, so you have no excuse.
Great. Thanks.
Are you coming or what? Where are you? You got the address, right? And I told you the reservation was at 7, right? I told you not to be late. Why would you do this to me? Our anniversary only comes once a year. Don't you care at all? How could you do this to me?
Oh, my bad.
Is that all you have to say? What's going on?
I'm not going to be able to make it today.
Excuse me?
You heard me. I'm not coming.
Do you really have to work late on today of all days? You can't leave early?
No, it's not work. It's just that it's not our anniversary anymore. Today means nothing to me anymore. Why should I bother showing up?
I don't think I really follow what you're saying.
Well, let me try and explain it to you. I guess in a way, it is kind of our anniversary.
I still don't get it. What in the world are you talking about?
What I mean to say is it's not our wedding anniversary anymore, but it's our new divorce anniversary.
Excuse me? What are you saying? Please explain it to me like I'm 5. What are you going on about?
I just filed a petition for divorce. From today on, you're nothing but just another stranger to me.
Wait a minute. Is this some kind of prank? Because it's not funny.
Of course it's not funny. Why would I joke about something like this? Did you really not notice? Are you really that dense? Didn't you ever wonder why I get home so late every day? You could tell that I didn't ever want to see you, right? I thought it was obvious.
Well, you told me that it was because you were busy working overtime. Why wouldn't I believe you?
And you were really stupid enough to believe that? Who works overtime every single day? I just couldn't stand being around you anymore. That's all. Most of those days I was just pretending to work late so I didn't have to come home and see you.
Why would you do that?
You've changed so much since we've gotten married. You keep getting uglier and uglier all the time. And you barely do any housework either.
I don't think I really look any different. What are you talking about? And I do all the housework too. Even though I have to work too.
You just don't have any of your feminine charms anymore. And even then, you still just want to talk about having kids all the time. Why would I ever want to have kids with you? Just thinking about it makes a chill run down my spine.
How dare you say that to me? If that's how you really feel, why didn't you just tell me sooner?
Is that really what you wanted? Would everything have been okay if I had just told you a couple years ago how ugly you are? How does that make any sense?
You know that's not what I meant. All these complaints about the housework or whatever. I was doing my best to take care of everything for you, even though I was out working too. And you never even cared.
You just don't know how to treat a man. It doesn't matter how hard you tried, you were just never going to get it.
Then why did you ever marry me in the first place? I don't get it.
I thought maybe you could learn how to be a good wife after we got married. But you never did. I never imagined you would get even worse. It's really been kind of impressive to watch. I feel like you tricked me.
So you never liked me in the first place, huh? I don't understand why you would have ever married me in the first place then. That was your choice to hope that I would change. That was your choice to lose all hope in me. I don't know why you're blaming me for any of this. How can you be this selfish?
Well, when we first met, you were younger and cuter. I guess that was enough at the time. I guess it was just a moment of weakness. I misjudged you.
I can't believe you're being so awful.
You're the one who's been awful to me all this time. So you agree, right? Getting divorced is the right thing to do, isn't it? It's not just for me, it's the best for both of us if we just get divorced.
How did you already file the paperwork anyway? Don't I need to at least sign something?
I took care of that for you. You don't have to worry about it.
You signed it for me? How could you do that? I don't even think that's legal.
No, I didn't sign it for you. I got one of the girls from my office to sign it. That way it looks like a girl's handwriting. It's not like they're going to do handwriting analysis on some petition for divorce. There's no way anybody will ever catch me.
Why would you have to go to all that trouble? Fine, whatever. I don't care anymore.
Oh, so you finally get what's going on here, huh? You went to all the trouble of planning this big night. I hope you enjoy a nice meal at that fancy restaurant.
I made these plans to celebrate our wedding anniversary. That's why I wanted to come to this restaurant. I don't really want to sit here and eat by myself. I just feel so pathetic right now.
Why should I care? That's your problem. Whenever you do get home from dinner, you better start packing. I want you out of the house as soon as possible. You got that?
What do you mean you want me out of the house as soon as possible?
Look, I'll give you 3 days. That should be more than enough time. You better find a new place to live and get yourself moved in there in that time. I'll find someplace else to stay for the next 3 days. I don't want to be there while you're still around. Oh, don't try to take any of the appliances with you. I'm going to need all that stuff.
But I bought all the stuff that's in our house. Why would I leave it behind?
I don't care if you bought it. I'm telling you, you have to leave it for me. What, you don't make enough to buy yourself some new things? Why is that my fault? You should at least be able to afford some used junk. Good luck finding anything nice at Goodwill.
I'm so over this.
Hey, did you finish moving out yet? Time's up.
No, I haven't. So what?
What? I told you you had until today to be out. What are you still doing there? Where am I supposed to go if you're still there? I told you I wasn't going to be coming home until you were gone.
Why should I care where you go? That's not my problem.
What are you talking about? It absolutely is. Oh, I think I know what's going on. You can't afford to move out, can you? Well, I'm not going to just let you squat in my house. Aren't you embarrassed? Are you really so poor you can't afford even a tiny apartment for yourself?
No, it's not like that at all.
Then why haven't you gotten out of my house?
Just give me 2 more days, okay? That's all I need. I've been busy at work. I haven't been able to find the time to go fill out all the paperwork I need for my new place.
What? Why exactly is that my problem?
This is the last thing I'll ever ask of you.
But why do I have to listen to you anymore? You're not my wife anymore. Not that you could ever tell me what to do in the first place.
Look, do you want me to just keep staying here forever? I've been paying for half this place this whole time. What are you going to do about it? I'm perfectly within my rights to stay here for as long as I need.
Well, I guess I don't have any choice. 2 more days, okay? Then you need to be gone.
Okay, got it.
Fine. I'll wait until the day after tomorrow to come home. You better be gone by the time I get home from work. Hey, what are you still doing here? I thought I told you to get out.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm out in front of the house right now. Why are the lights still on? Are you still in there? I knew it. You don't have enough money to move out on your own. I guess you thought you could somehow pull something together in 2 days, huh? But you couldn't. I should have known. So you're just going to squat in my house forever? Is that your plan?
Oh my god. Wait, you're in front of the house right now? That kind of creeps me out.
What are you talking about? Look, your money problems are your own. Now just hurry up and get out of my house. I don't care if you have to take out a loan or whatever. Just get out now. Can't you ask your parents for some money or something?
You are the one who's going to be moving out of this house. Not me.
Excuse me.
You heard me. I'm not moving out of this house. You are. Are you having a hard time reading?
Have you lost your mind? What in the world are you talking about?
Don't tell me you've forgotten whose name this house is in. Did you forget that it's not your name on the title?
The title? What do you mean? Of course this house belongs to me. I'm the head of the household.
Are you really that stupid? Who cares if you're the head of the household? What does that even mean? That doesn't mean this house belongs to you.
What do you mean? It doesn't?
No, it doesn't. This house belongs to my dad. But the other day he went ahead and officially signed it over to me. So now the title is in my name. And it's still not yours.
What?
We started living in this house together right after we got married. My dad had already made a promise to me. He told me once we've been married for 3 years, he would give this house to me as a present. Didn't you know that?
What? You never told me anything about that.
I might not have, but I'm sure my dad did. I was there. I remember him explaining this to us. Were you not listening? Or maybe you just couldn't understand, huh? That's probably more likely.
But why wouldn't you give the house to both of us? Should my name be on the title too?
Don't you remember how you decided that we were getting divorced on our 3rd anniversary? Why would you have any right to this house now?
Like I said, I'm the head of the household. I'm the husband here. It's only right that the house should belong to me.
You're not listening. You're the one who wanted a divorce. Why in the world would you have any right to continue living in this house at all? And the plan was always for the house to be mine anyway. My dad told me he was giving the house to me, not you.
No way. This can't be true.
As soon as you told me you were divorcing me, I knew what I had to do. I got in touch with my dad right away. He was happy to sign the house over to me officially.
How could you do this to me?
God, how can you be so stupid? What did you think was going to happen? This house belongs to me now. You can't be here anymore.
But how is this possible? If the house isn't mine, it should at least belong to both of us.
Why would you think that? We're divorced, remember? That was your idea. And this house wasn't officially in my possession when we were still married. Why would you have any right to an asset that was received after we were already divorced? It's all mine.
Hold on a second. If your dad's just giving you the house like that, aren't you going to have to pay some taxes on it?
Oh, wow, you knew that, huh? I've got to admit, I'm pretty surprised. You're so bad with money, I never thought that would occur to you.
But you hardly make any money. How are you going to afford that?
Are you sure that I don't have any money? I know you've been convinced that's true for a long time now.
Of course I'm sure. I know you barely make anything at all. That's why you were always so cheap about eating out. And I know you don't have any savings either, do you?
I have quite a bit of money saved up from before we were married, actually. And even after we were married, I was able to save up a little bit. I don't know how I ever did that with you wasting as much money as you did all the time. I know that you are entitled to half of what I saved up while we're married, unfortunately.
How come I didn't know anything about these savings? However much you have saved up from whenever, it doesn't matter at all. I'm entitled to half of everything you have.
No, that's not how this works at all. You have no right to the money that I saved up before we were married. Don't you know that? And by the way, you keep saying that I don't make anything at all. Why do you think that? Did you know that I'd saved up $100,000 before we were married? I bet you never imagined that, huh?
What? How is that possible?
After we got married, I was shocked at how you just threw money around all the time. So I wasn't able to save up nearly as much as I could when I was single. But I still set aside a little bit that I could. No thanks to you.
You're the reason we're getting divorced, though. You owe me every penny of that money that you saved up while we were together. It's all mine. And I'm going to take you to court and make you pay alimony payments, too.
Oh, I'm the reason we're getting divorced. Surely you're not serious.
You were never cut out for being a wife. You never lived up to your responsibilities as my wife at all.
So we're just setting aside the fact that you've been cheating on me? How dare you try to make this my fault?
What are you talking about? I never cheated on you.
Did you really think I didn't know what was going on? How stupid do you think I am? I was on to you ever since you stopped coming home for dinner. I thought it was pretty suspicious. Who wouldn't? So I decided to hire a private investigator.
You did what?
I know that you've been cheating on me with some young girl from your office, haven't you? And since she works with you, surely she must have known. She did know you were married, right? So I'll be suing her for damages too. Not just you.
What in the world are you talking about? You can't do that.
She's sitting right there next to you right now, isn't she? You figured I'd already be gone by now. So you thought she could just move right in, didn't you?
You can't prove any of that.
Weren't you listening? I told you I hired a private investigator. Are you really trying to claim that she's not sitting right next to you right now? Do you want me to come outside and look? Because I can do that. You did say you were right outside, right? So it's no problem. I can come out there and check.
No, you don't have to come out here. It's cold. I wouldn't want you to catch cold.
Oh my God, what a lame excuse. Anyway, I think you better start looking for a place to stay tonight. You don't want to be stuck out there in the cold, do you? Maybe your girlfriend has some place you could stay?
Now, hold on just a second.
No, I don't think I will. So I'll be seeing you in court. Don't forget, I'm coming for both you and that little girlfriend of yours.
Why would you do that to me?
Why would I not? I have all the evidence I need from the private investigators I hired. There's no way I can lose the court case.
How could you do this to me? Let's talk this over. We can work this out. Right?
I have no interest in talking this over with you at all. Oh, by the way, I sent the evidence I got from the private investigators to your job, too. I wonder what they'll think about you dating such a young coworker. Something tells me HR isn't going to like that. I hope both of you end up on the streets.
Why would you do that? You didn't have to do that to us.
I also let your parents know what you've been up to. I actually just got off the phone with your dad.
Oh my God, you told my dad?
Yeah, I sent him exactly the report that the private investigators gave me. He didn't sound very pleased with your actions. Your mom was in tears. She was apologizing to me. So I wouldn't try going to stay with them if I were you.
Listen, we could still work this out, right? So what if I did cheat? I didn't mean anything by it. You were always really the one for me. Please answer me.
He kept trying to call me and text me for a while after that. It was super annoying. I ignored all of it. My lawyer kept me up to date on what was going on with my ex-husband, though. She told me that both him and that girl he was cheating on me with had been asked to resign from their jobs. The girl was still really young. She's only in her 20s. I almost feel bad for her that she was fooled by a loser like my ex-husband. Almost. Her parents reached out to me to apologize for her behavior, so that was pretty nice of them. I ended up getting a lot of money from my ex-husband in the divorce. I had all the proof from the private investigators I had hired, plus I had a pretty good lawyer too. Unfortunately, my ex was so bad with money that he couldn't afford to pay me everything he owed me. His dad felt so bad about what his son had done, he stepped up and paid for him. Since then, I've just been enjoying my peaceful life in the house that my dad got for me. I got a new dog to keep me company here. I hope I can find a nice man who likes dogs and wants to have a family someday. I'm a pretty good cook too, so I'm sure there's someone out there for me. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and let us know what you thought in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this and press the bell for notifications.